Welcome back, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I hope you're feeling alright. Here, as promised, back once again, we have, starting off with the Juniors Champion deck, specifically Lost Box Kyogre. This was played by Xiao Tong Yen. And it says here, in the hands of champion Xiao Tong Yen, this clever Lost Box Kyogre deck washed away the competition in Yokohama. While it hinges on a strategy fit for Pokémon TCG champion, an awful lot of cards have to be in the Lost Zone in order to turn on this deck's biggest rewards. Those rewards are all well worth the challenge. Comfey's flower selecting ability and colorless experiment are more than capable of quickly stalking the Lost Zone, and if cards fall right, players can piece together Xiao Tong's epic Kyogre combo for the win. Very nice, very nice. And here we have a quick rundown of the cards in there. You can push pause on that. And of course, in here we also get a box for the deck. We have a coin and a pin, all commemorative of this championship deck played in 2023 Yokohama, Japan. So let's get right into it, into the meat things. If y'all know, the Lost Box, we'll just cruise on through that really quick in case you don't know about and then we'll see the little Kyogre twist on it. So here are the finals brackets for the juniors, and we'll look at those later. This was for last year, and this year, 2024, finals will be in Hawaii. Alright. Oh yeah, we'll cover that in the other one. Now, let's see here. Is the pin. Yay. Oh. It's already in here. I'll break that on in a bit. But first, what do we have here? Oh. It's basically a poster / playmat. You can use that side or this side if you're just learning to play. That's pretty cool. It lets you know what to do in every turn. And this over here has the other copy of, oh, here's a coin. And a Comfey and a Kyogre. Okay, let me see here. Man, look at the detail on this. That's so cool. Even the inside. Alright. Oh, look. That must be his signature. Now, none of these are playable in tournaments, but this is so cool to have to practice at home with a championship deck. You can pause at any time to read what the card does, but I'll explain the main mechanics of the Lost Zone if y'all don't know. This works with it. Nest ball, nest ball, nest ball, switch card, switch card, switch card. Ah. Oh, another switch card. Mirage Gate. This also works with the Lost Zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, of course. Escape Rope. Now, they're doing a new rotation, just like they did late last year, where the cards with the letter D on the bottom were going to be no longer be able to be used in tournaments, and now these, the letter E, are now being phased out. So this is no longer usable in, well, we're in the process, it's in the process at the time of me making this video, 3/24, it is Sunday, and so they were still being used today if y'all saw it, but it is getting phased out along with Path to the Peak. Everyone's happy that one's leaving, but there's another one within Temporal Forces, which is basically taking over. There's one called Prime Catcher, which I think pretty much does the same thing. See, here's another letter E, not going to be used, so that's another reason why these decks would be nice to have. Clara, she's not going to be able to be used anymore. And there's Colress Experiment, one of the major drivers of the Lost Zone strategy. It says look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put 3 of them in your hand, put the other cards in your Lost Zone. So that gets everything moving in the right direction. Manaphy, as y'all know, protects your bench. And this here, wow, I forgot this one was in here. Yeah, just an attacker basically. We had him for Radiant Greninja. Not the Radiant version. It's not looking too radiant. Yes, that's another reason why these aren't used. You can't use these in an official tournament because they're not like the other cards. They're different. And Cramorant, which is one of the big hitters using the Lost Zone, it says if you have 4 or more cards in the Lost Zone, ignore all energy in this Pokemon's attacks cost. And that's 110. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. And so easily obtainable with using Colress Experiment. Bada bing. Excuse me. And that's why you had 3 different types of energy. Dragonite V. There's Sableye. This is another big hitter with the Lost Zone. It says you can use this attack only if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. Put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So 12 is basically, or essentially, 120 damage. So that's pretty insane, especially considering if he gets knocked out, which 80 HP, it's easily, they only take 1 price card. So there's 2 in there, and another driver of the Lost Zone. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put 1 of them in your hand, put the other in the Lost Zone. So with the Comfey's 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one that we saw earlier, drives everything. Now, to be honest with you, I don't remember seeing him win it. I most likely did see it, but I don't remember it. But let's see here. It says discard the top 5 cards of your deck and then choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each energy card you discard in this way to each. Oh yeah, okay. Wow. And then the Lost Zone is just Kyogre's Lost Zone, because this is just the Lost Zone deck with a Kyogre in it and Dragon Knight. But I mean, yeah, you can see how you can use the Lost Zone to your advantage in many different ways, using different Pokemon essentially. And as you can see in the background right here, just to let you know, to wrap this up, next video, other than the other championship decks, is going to be all things Temporal Forces. We have the blister packs and the new booster pack. And I say new because that's not what they usually look like. They usually have this more squarish box, so that's gonna be fun to open and see why or how, or how or why. We do have some promo cards, including a couple of coins, so that's gonna be fun. Hope y'all stay well. See you in the next one.